All right, for this next question, remember we are going from left to right. Right now, I am increasing until right here. So I was increasing from as far left as this graph goes, and since it is going downward and sort of slightly to the left forever, that means it's going from negative infinity, as far left as it could go, until I reached an x value of -3. That was increasing. The function then began to decrease, and it then started increasing again right about here. I'm going to estimate this as -0.5. And it was increasing from -0.5 until I reached the 2. So from there to there, it was increasing. So since there were two pieces, instead of writing like an and, like this, you use the mathematical symbol U, which is like the union. So it is this interval united with the interval from -0.5 over to 2. So that is the portion of the graph which is increasing. So now I'm going to look for the portion where it is decreasing. From left to right, the graph was going downward from an x value of -3 until I reached that -0.5. So from -3 until -0.5 or 0.5, however you want to write that. And there will be another portion of the graph where it's decreasing, and that's from 2 on to infinity. Then I need to look at the portion of the graph where it says positive domain, but it's the portion of the domain which results in positive function values or positive output values or positive y values. So essentially positive means above the x-axis. Well, looking at this, you probably notice there's nothing positive happening up here. So there are no positive portions of the domain. However, there are 2 points which are neutral. So this one singular point located at -3, 0, as well as this singular point located at 2, 0. Those x values at -3 and at 2 happen to be x values that do not produce a positive y value. It produced a 0. But they also did not produce a negative y value. They produced a 0. 0 is like neutral. It isn't positive or negative. So because of this, when I go to do my negative domain description, I can't just nicely put all real numbers, which would be what the whole domain is. I need to describe the whole domain, which the domain of this function is -infinity to infinity. I would need to describe that, but I need to exclude the -3 and I need to exclude the 2 because that didn't result in a negative value, and that's what I'm supposed to be describing. So essentially it breaks the function into like 3 portions or 3 pieces, 1, 2, 3 different pieces. So I'm going to have the first piece, which was from -infinity until I got to the x value of -3 that I'm trying to exclude, and then I'll unite that with the next portion, which ran from -3 over to 2. And I'll unite that with the third piece of the graph from 2 on to infinity. And this is how you essentially describe from -infinity all the way to infinity, but we're excluding the 2 and we're excluding the -3.